All right, I'll give it a go. This is called Alligator, and it was written in a playwriting workshop with a guy named Scott Renderer, who is affiliated with the, what's it called? The Recovery Lounge, which is an art space in Upper J, New York, but also there's an avant-garde theater in New York that he has something to do with, and I'm spacing the name of it. But anyway, he didn't like this speech and piece much, and I'm skimming over it and I'm quite enjoying it. I'm not sure if it's done, but it was my attempt at writing a play in a playwriting workshop under circumstances that were pretty extreme. So it's called Alligator. It's early morning in a small apartment. The room has 3 doors. Lizzie, age 13, is building something elaborate with Legos at a play table. She's wearing a t-shirt and pajama bottoms. Near the table, there's a tank with a bearded dragon in it, illuminated by a heat lamp. A cat is sitting on top of the lizard tank. Her mother enters wearing a nightgown and carrying a cup of coffee. Mom. After the alarm, my first thought was, thank God I don't have to catch the alligator. I was having this dream. We had an alligator and it had gotten free when you kids came home from taking it for a walk. It had escaped into the house when you let it off leash, and now it was loose. I was afraid it would eat the dogs, but we don't have an alligator. Lizzie, nope, no alligator, just a lizard. Mom, then I fell back to sleep. When you came to tell me it was 6:45, I was having another dream. We had this albino hamster, except we forgot about it. And I had just discovered the poor thing in its dirty cage. It was dehydrated and flat on one side, but still alive. And I was giving it little drops of sugar water to drink with an eyedropper, which it was lapping up with its little pink tongue. Lizzie, you wouldn't let us get a hamster. Mom, the cat would eat it. Lizzie, he would not. We should have a hamster. I need a hamster. Mom takes a pill bottle out of her pocket and opens it. She takes out a pill and puts it on the end table. Mom says, remind me, before I go out, I need to worm the cat. Did you build all that since 6? It's quite elaborate. Lizzie, I've been up since 4. I have a headache and I barfed. Mom, can I get you something? Lizzie, no, I already made myself some chamomile tea. Mom, what are you building? Lizzie, I think it's a computer, or more like an idea for a computer. Mom, I didn't think you could make a computer out of Legos. Lizzie, the idea is that it calculates with shapes rather than numbers. You drop something in over here, and the output, based on your input, comes out over there from the chute, like this. She demonstrates dropping in Lego pieces. Other Lego things come out from the chute. Each time the Lego machine operates, it makes a sound like a hamster wheel. Lizzie, I think it's a tactile processor. There is a louder noise, creaking sound from elsewhere. We hear 3 small dogs begin to bark all together. Peter, off stage. Lizzie, stop it. You're doing it again. Lizzie, stop what? Peter, off stage. Mommy, Lizzie's making the dogs bark. Lizzie, stop it. Mommy. Mom says, Peter, she is not making the dogs bark. They're barking at something outside. Peter, off stage. She is too. Mom, Peter, get out of bed. You're supposed to be up now anyway. Why didn't you get up to your alarm? Peter, off stage. Lizzie turned it off. Lizzie, I turned it off because he wouldn't. Peter enters in his pajamas. Mom, you were supposed to get up to your alarm. Peter, I'm up, okay? I got up. Mom says, don't be so defensive. Peter yells, I'm not being defensive. Mom says, shower, teeth, pills. Peter says, stop grouching at me. Peter exits. We hear the shower running. Lizzie says, I've been up since 4. Mom says, I was awake for a while in the night, around 2 or 3. That's why I was so soundly asleep when the alarm went off. Lizzie, I think I heard you. Also, you woke the dogs up. Some of them got in my bed. Mom says, I awoke in the middle of the night needing to know the definition of passive aggressive. So I looked it up. It was coined by the US War Department during World War II to describe servicemen who were passive obstructionists and prone to angry outbursts in response to orders, and therefore a threat to military discipline. By 1952, it was called passive aggressive personality disorder and was given a fuller psychiatric description, which was later elaborated to include negativity. And then after that, it got dumped as an official personality disorder. Dumped! Lizzie, can I stay home from school? Mom, no, you've missed too much school already. I wonder why they called people like that, what they called people like that before World War II. The shower stops running. Lizzie says, but I barfed. Mom says, no. Lizzie says, and I have a headache. Peter, now dressed in his school clothes, enters carrying 3 leashes and exits through the other door without speaking. We hear happy little barks, Peter and dogs descending the stairs and a door slamming. Lizzie says, the dogs, when they go out and go downstairs like that, sound like a waterfall of happiness. Mom finishes her coffee and puts down the cup. Mom says, when I was 3 a.m. web surfing, I came across one of those list things, 39 notes by people who do passive aggressive behavior way better than you. Most of them were just kind of nasty notes that people leave for each other at work, not replacing the toilet paper. But there was this one, a cat found poster, except the headline read, whose stupid cat is this? In all capital letters. It said, like, if you know whose stupid cat this is, please call and give a number. And it complained that the cat was squashing the plants in their window boxes and tearing up their screens, trying to fight with their, quote, well-behaved, unquote, indoor cat. It ended with the threat that if something were not done about this stupid cat, that they, quote, would not be nice. Lizzie says,
that's in another room.
Lizzie says, I really want to stay home. Please? Mom put her hand on Lizzie's forehead. The funniest thing is I'd swear the cat in the picture was our cat Finny. It looks just like him. You feel a little warm. Mom exits. She returns carrying a thermometer. She puts the thermometer in Lizzie's mouth. They stand and wait for a moment. The thermometer beeps. Mom says, 102. Okay, you officially have a fever. Now I'm not allowed to send you to school. You're staying home. Lizzie says, yes. Mom says, I'll get you a Tylenol. Mom exits. We hear the shower again. The light changes color. The closet door creaks and opens. Out steps an alligator. The alligator says, I'm convinced she was going to cage me. Lizzie says, don't automatically assume. Get to know her better. She already knows. The alligator says, you think I'm a creep, but you've got nothing to lose. Would I really eat those dogs? The cat, maybe. Cats are delicious. I don't believe in dog. Lizzie says, who are you? Alligator says, who am I? What am I? Is that a problem? You lay awake in active thought for hours. You've learned what we learned from spiders, that molecules recognize patterns, shapes search for other specific shapes, whether love be real or imagined. You are missing something important. Lizzie says, I'm not missing it. I'm resisting it. There's a difference. The dogs were barking, so I couldn't sleep. The alligator says, create a world of silicon. Stop in the middle. Know that stealing is wrong. Be wary of school. Leaving doors and windows open is essential for understanding. Lizzie puts Legos in one side of her device. Different ones come down the chutes. She says, I think it's a tactile processor that processes information by touch. I think shapes hooked together can recognize larger patterns, I think. The alligator says, the problem is that over time, the brain generates from chance or fate the qualities of dragline silk, a pure temporal map in a post-print world, the illogical rhetoric of two voices, too easily seen as criminal. There are a lot of important clues, carefully selected traits, obviously comic, exponentially easier and cheaper and inefficient, inflexible, and doomed, with no person-shaped gaps. Lizzie put the other Lego thing into the device. A different Lego thing came out of the chute. Lizzie says, perhaps you could maybe disappear for a few days. The alligator says, this reveals how immature your worldview. We are working with the wild gene to synthesize a new gene that may come closer, engineering a, quote, probe, unquote, technique, trying to come up with the ultimate cookbook, taking some odd turns to make this world better without it going up in smoke. Lizzie said, I can see in, but I can't see out. Are there better machines to use? The alligator looked the Lego machine over and makes a few adjustments to it. Alligator says, I mean, it's the kind of genius. Things fall together and crystallize the answer. Lizzie says, what answer? We hear the shower go off. The alligator returns to the closet and closes the door behind him. Lizzie says again, what answer? The light changes back to their initial color. Mom off stage, what? I can't hear you. Mom enters, now dressed to go out, carrying a glass of water. Mom says, I have a therapy appointment this morning, so you'll be here by yourself for a while. I'll be reachable on my cell, but no screen time. If you're homesick, you're sick, and not on the computer. Lizzie looks up from the Lego table. Do I look like I want to be on a computer? Mom says, good, very good. Mom sees the pill on the table and picks it up. Mom says, this should help. Mom hands the pill to Lizzie with a glass of water. Lizzie takes the pill and looks back at the play table. Mom says, do you know he texted me at midnight? Mom, get Vinnie wormed at midnight. Mom exits. We hear Mom descending the stairs at the front and the front door close. Lizzie drops a Lego piece into the Lego machine and down the chute comes a hamster. Lizzie picks up the hamster and cuddles it like a baby. We hear the front door close. We hear barking dogs bounding up the stairs and Peter's footsteps on the stairs. The closet door creaks, lights down.